see a squad from the Big 12, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the... A gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him in the flat. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And with not much much doing downfield. He found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Cook. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Scrambling away. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line. Scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to take off. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. 1st and goal. Try to hold them to a field.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the NFL.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So 1st down here as they go back to work. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Escapes the pressure going right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Big guy smells it. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, space, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Makes the grab. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm a defense, I'm so excited because they know they can't run the football. They got to use a little bit of trickeration. They got to do something different because they know they can't man up and run it right at me. They know I'm too good. So
touchdown, Irish! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Effective offense. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Jones. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
On first down from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
you don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Got the back over the middle. And he's knocked down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The run from the shotgun. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but They need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. And this one's not working. He'll just run away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Working that left side. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. First and 10 from the 27. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed into that.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Stands in and takes the hit. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Jones. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And boy, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
It's on target and complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quick strike complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet. And you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the right side. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
You you know what? Everybody gets energized in the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Right back to the well. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like we do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Turning it on! He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Quarterback now breaking the field. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Penn State! They move on top here in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Might be looking to run. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese,
there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
and I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They're going to ride this running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Defense looks as if it's coming. Gets it out fast. And that one did not work.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fired in from the red zone for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Headed to the end zone.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one,